Hey, what's up guys, this is Visualante and you're watching the Visualante effect. This is like my 5th time doing this commentary, trying to fix it and get it done. And you know what? This is going to be the last time I'm going to do it. I don't care how it comes out. You know, I nitpick on everything. And it's like I want everything to be perfect. So, I guess that's why I keep restarting over and over. But you know what? I'm not restarting anymore. This is Visualante. You're watching the Visualante effect, and you are watching a game on Villa of Domination. With the Enfield as my primary weapon. So there are 4 things I want to get to in this game, if I can get to them. First, the Enfield. Second, camping. Third, utilizing your environment. And 4, what you should expect from my channel. So let's get to number 1, shall we? Numero uno. Number 1, the Enfield. What do I want to say about the Enfield? This gun is a beast gun. It's one of the most underrated guns I've ever played with in all of the Call of Duty so far. Maybe because the game is still relatively new, people don't know about this weapon, or they don't use it as much. Kind of like the TAR in Modern Warfare 2. People generally did not use that weapon until towards the end lifespan of Modern Warfare 2. That's when they started realizing, wow, this gun is actually pretty good. The Enfield is a really good gun. It has even though it does not have that high of a damage rate, the recoil, or the lack of recoil thereof, makes up for a whole lot. Because think about it this way: you have the FAMAS that has a good damage, pretty good damage rate, but it has recoil, and its recoil is pretty bumpy. You know, it goes up to the right corner and goes up and down and whatnot, and therefore you're going to be missing some of the shots. You know, logically, some of your bullets are going to be off, so you're not going to get the full advantage of the weapon when you're shooting it. The Enfield, on the other hand, even though it does not have as strong of a damage rate, or as strong as as fast of a firing rate as a FAMAS, let's say, it's still, because of its low recoil, it still causes a lot of damage, unless you are very horrible at aiming. I mean, when I say horrible, I mean like you don't know which button you used to press to aim down the sight. That's how bad you'd have to be, because the aiming, the recoil is so low. I mean, you can just get your shots on every single enemy with such ease, and the fact that every single bullet should be landing on them, or most of your bullets should be landing on them, your enemy is going to go down pretty quickly. So that's for the Enfield. Give it a try. You might be surprised. Maybe throw on a what's it called? What do you call that thing? The red dot sight, or a reflex sight, if you're not comfortable with the iron sight. The iron sight is kind of like the FAMAS, the AUG, and G11. But if you're not comfortable with that, I use the reflex, and it works pretty good. Now to the second thing I want to talk about, which is camping. Some people might call this camping right now, what I'm doing, or what I did earlier in the game. When I first started the match, I was quote unquote camping it out a little bit, and right here I'm camping it out. Here's the thing about camping. First of all, you need to find yourself a good vantage point when the situation calls for it. So, in the beginning of the game, most people are coming from most of the enemy team is coming out from the A flag through that one specific door, which means that I have a very limited space to aim down, which makes my aiming very easy for a whole bunch of people, which are coming for basically free kills from me. Why would I move from there? That makes no sense. There's no reason for me to move from there, because they're going to keep constantly coming. and I'm going to be constantly getting free kills in a good rate of time. As you see right here, right now, I'm quote-unquote camping it out in this room. I'm not really camping it out. I wouldn't say that. I would say I'm kind of almost stuck in here because, as you can see, the enemy team is spawning right around me. Not anymore at this point, but they were spawning right around me. And the best thing for me to do was just stay in that room as they kept coming up trying to kill me, or as they surrounded the building. So we really need to get over the stigma of camping is bad. Yes, you know what? Camping is annoying when you're staying there for the whole game and there's absolutely no purpose to what you're doing, or you're standing in a corner and there's absolutely no reason for you to stand in the corner. But if the situation calls for it, you have to use it as a tactical method. I don't know if people are going to agree with this, but you know, I mean, I work with logic. I don't work with, like, you know, general statements or general things that people, you know, work by or follow by. You know, I look at something, is it logical, is it not logical? And for me, what's logical is to do what's best for that situation. Now on to the third thing I want to talk about, which is utilizing your environment. Right now I'm using which gun is this? Oh man, help me out here, guys. Right now I'm using another gun. A Galil. Yes, thank God, finally. So right now I'm using Galil. The Galil is not the weapon of choice that I used in the beginning. I was using Enfield. But what you should get yourself accustomed to when playing Call of Duty games is you should get yourself used to picking up other people's weapons, especially if you're not using scavenger, or if you don't have extended mag, or actually not extended mag, if you don't have dual mag. In those situations, you should definitely consider picking up other weapons once you can. So for me, once I found the opportunity to switch my secondary weapon, I did that automatically. Why? Because I know that if I survive long enough, it's going to come in handy in the last minute and in the last second. And I did not get to the fourth thing which I wanted to talk about, which is my channel, but whatever, I'm going to talk about it next week, I guess. So thank you guys for watching, and hope you enjoyed. Please excuse my sleepiness. Later.